In today's video, I will show you 7 Microsoft Word tips and tricks for everyday tasks. These are not very advanced tips, but these are very useful, and these are about the tasks which you normally do on a daily basis. So I don't want to waste your time, so therefore I have listed all these 7 tips on this slide. There is also a timestamp in the description of the video which you can click and go straight to a particular tip if you know others. And I am hoping that after watching this video, you will become more productive. So let's get started after a short break. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tahir and I make videos about educational technology tools for teachers and students. So if you are interested in these topics, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video on this channel. Now the first tip is how to get rid of the startup screen. So let me start Microsoft Word. Whenever you start Word, you will see this screen and then you have to click on blank document if you want to start a new, or you have to select a document from your list of recent documents. But this doesn't look good and I don't want this screen to appear every time. Instead, I want to open a new document whenever I start Microsoft Word. So let's see how we can get rid of this screen. To do that, I have to open a document. So I click on blank document and then I click on File and Options. And make sure that you are in General area because there are other tabs as well. And then you scroll down, you will see these startup options and you just have to uncheck the last option, show the startup screen. If I uncheck this and click OK to save the changes, and now let me close this and I will restart the Word. And now I restart the Word and this time I don't get any startup screen. And now for this tutorial I have prepared a document with some dummy text, and this is our tip number 7, how to put this dummy text. Wait for that. And now our tip number 2 is how to set a default font in Word. So whenever you start a document, you might have noticed that the font is always Calibri with 11 font size. And now let us assume that you are working in a company where you use a particular font and size, and you want to start your document with that particular style. To do that, first you have to select some text and change the font to your desired font. So let us change this to Georgia and let us change size to 12 points. And now I right click on this and I click on font, and now there is a option here, set as default. If I click on that, now it will show me these two options, that you want this font to be default for this document or for all other documents in which you are using this template. So I click on this all document option and click OK. And now this is my default font. So font of the document has changed. And now let us start a new document. And as you can see that now my font is Georgia with 12 size. So this is how you set the default font. Now tip number 3 is setting a default save location. Normally when you save Word document, it saves in a documents folder. Now to change the default save location, again you click on File, Options, and this time you click on Save. And now as you can see that by default the documents folder is the default save location. And now you can simply click on Browse, and now instead of this documents folder you can select any of the folders and save, and that will be your default save location. So let us cancel this. Now our tip number 4 is drop cap. So let us see what is this. Let's say that this is the first paragraph of my book or any guide which I have prepared for my students, and I want this first letter of this paragraph to be printed in a large size, maybe covering 3, 4 or 5 lines. That is called drop cap. To do that, you put your cursor anywhere in the paragraph, and this option is in Insert tab. I click on Insert, and on the right hand side this is the drop cap option, add a drop cap. If I click on this little arrow and then click on dropped, this L will be enlarged, and currently this L is covering first 3 lines. If I want this to cover more than 3 lines, I again click on that, and now I click drop cap options. Here I can change the number of lines. So let us say I change it to 5 and click OK. And now my L is covering first 5 lines. So this is how you can insert a drop cap. Now the next tip is about inserting images, which is also a very common task. And I have inserted this image. Let's delete it. And now I insert this image. First I click the place where I want to insert the image. Then I click on insert picture and I select this picture. And now the picture has been inserted. I can resize this, and you will notice that picture tools menu is here, and inside that we are in the format tab. So this will automatically open when you click on the image. Let's say I click outside, this will disappear. When I click on the image, I will see this picture tools and format tab. And now the most important part is here in the wrap text, and there are few options here, and these are self-explanatory. For example, behind text means that image is behind the text. This is in front of the text, and it means that text will be hidden. And now it is in front of the text, and if I click here, you can see that text is basically hidden underneath the image and you can't see the text. The best option to use is this square, and now you can resize the image, and as you can see, the text will be wrapping around the image on both sides. And there is one more option in this wrap text menu, which is this one, edit wrap points. And if I click on that, now I have the ability to bring this text a little bit more closer. So for some images it will work, and you can move the text further closer to the objects in the image. So you might want to explore this option as well. So let us undo this. The last thing about picture placement is in this area, and there are few styles available here, and you can select any of these styles: a beveled type frame, even a metal frame, and there are some other. And as you move through these objects, you will see that there are a lot of very useful options which might suit you in certain applications. So you can select any of these styles, and then your image will be placed with that style. So this was about wrapping text around the image and some picture style and formatting options. And now the next tip is about how to password protect a Microsoft Word document. And to password protect a Word document, you click on review and then protect and then restrict editing. So I click on that. Now on the right hand side, a new pane will open, and here I can put a restriction on this document. So there are two types of restrictions: formatting restrictions and editing restrictions, and then you have to put a password. So normally you use all kind of restrictions, and you can also allow some part of a document to be editable. So let us see how it works. So if you want to allow any formatting, then you check this, click on settings, and then you can select all those styles which you want to allow for formatting. And if you don't want to allow any formatting changes, you simply uncheck this. Similarly, if you want to allow certain sections to be editable, let's say I want this paragraph to be editable, the first one. So what I will do, I will check here. I'm going to allow the editing of the first paragraph. So I select this first paragraph and I tick here. So now everyone will be able to edit this paragraph. Similarly, if I want to allow editing of this paragraph, I select this and I click here. And then I click on this area where I want to enforce the restrictions. I click here. It will ask for a password. So I give it a password one more time, and I can authorize someone to remove the restrictions, otherwise I click OK. And now these two parts are editable. Let's say I want to add something here. This can be edit, but if I want to change this area, I click here, the cursor will appear, but I don't have the ability to add anything. I am pressing the keys, but I cannot edit this part, and I see this message here. And now if I have the password, I can click on stop restriction. It will ask for the password. I enter the password, click OK, and now I can add in this area, and now I can add whatever I want in any of these areas. So in this way you can password protect your document in Word. And now if you want to remove these restrictions, you click here in this area because it has a different color, then you uncheck here, click outside, then you click in this area, you uncheck and click here. Very simple, and now your document color will return back to the original color. And now I can close this. So this is how you can password protect your Word document. And now the last tip is how to insert lorem ipsum text in Microsoft Word. This dummy text is called lorem ipsum text, and you need this text if you, for example, making a tutorial just like me for your students. You don't want to put any meaningful text. Your students will listen to you what you are demonstrating. Otherwise, they might start reading the document. So this is a good practice to put a dummy text in your document when you are making any tutorials. So let me scroll down and I put my cursor where I want to place the dummy text, and then simply type =, lorem, and because it is a function, so start the parenthesis and end the parenthesis and press enter. Now it has inserted lorem ipsum text, but if you want to have more control, this function can take two arguments. First is the number of paragraphs. So let's say I want to add 2 more paragraphs, and the second is number of sentences. So let us say I want to add 7 sentences in 2 paragraphs, and I press enter, and now it will add 7 sentences in 2 paragraphs. It has added 4 in the first paragraph and 3 in the second paragraph. So in this way you can add lorem ipsum dummy text to your Word document. So these were 7 Microsoft tips and tricks for everyday tasks. So I hope that you liked this video. If so, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and see you next time.